Is there anything to loot around here? Not that I can see.
Let
Okay,
the
let's
faith
see.
guide my path to
There are
glory.
some goods here. Let's see what we can. Where is the Herdsman? I think we
heir.
need to talk with him.
Rivor, Master Helmsman, systems status report.
By the Emperor, it's the Seneschal. Living and breathing. Well, there's a tricky question. The old place is so overgrown with foul wickedry. We'll be scrubbing it off the vid screens for throne knows how long.
We need to re-establish contact with the navigator sanction. It is the only chance of escaping from the warp. Your words seem to knock the officers out of their stupor, and the air around you fills with voices and commands being issued. You hear someone sobbing, one of the survivors buckling under the stress. Abelard cuffs the crying officer without even looking.
Restore the Vox channel to the Navigator's Sanctum. Ready the crew. Prepare for translation to real space. You may call me superstitious, but translation is not a good time to disregard rules. You are the only one who speaks for House von Valencius. You may not be the Lord Captain, but you, more than anyone else, deserve to take her place in the ritual that is about to commence.
Let's see, how did you people survive in here?
Must have been Providence. It better have been the Emperor's, not someone else's. When they barged in here, the ones with the Master of Whispers, some officers charged them, but it wasn't even a fight. I grabbed whoever I could and dragged them behind the cogitators. Then, I prayed for our rescue.
Okay, I'm ready to begin the ritual. The image before you is hazy, swaying in sorcerous currents invisible to mortal eyes, as if whatever is beneath this thin shell is constantly changing while still remaining the same. It has taken on the guise of Theodora, but the false rope trader's eyes reveal the entity's true surreal nature. One of Theodora's eyes is engulfed in overworldly fire, and the other, a vessel of ancient evil, bores into you. A voice seeps directly into your brain without ever reaching your ears, and this voice booms with all the horrors of the war.
Who are you to oppose destiny itself for the sake of lives that are not your own? So many threads stretch between you and other creatures of your world. Pitiful, worthless links, ready to shatter at the slightest touch. A muddled, erratic, pointless tangle.
It resonates and merges with the voices that have already dug their foul roots into your consciousness. A moment later you realize that all these voices are the myriad manifestations of the same call that has finally invaded your mind. I am saving my people, do your worst, but you cannot stop me.
them, mortal. Guide them. Persuade them. Force them to walk your path. You will need followers, for destiny is preordained.
The aspirant vowed to return with a trophy. A relic that could serve the edge of daybreak. That fate was assured, and the steps chosen. And yet, you broke the unbreakable when you took the aspirant's place. I see you. On the day when the final dawn rises over the Iron World, I see you by my side on that day. The day of my resurrection.
Your image is woven into the tapestry of things to come. I am the will of the weaver of destinies, and today I will weave a new thread of elusive possibilities and fickle chances. The thread that will lead you out of the maw of irreversibility. The thread that will help you find the keys to salvation. The thread that will guide you and the weapon of our return to me.
The path is set, child of the dawn. The thread is woven. Follow it, servant of mine.
Seneschal, the navigator's sanctum is silent. The Vox signal is stable, which means...
The navigator gave his life battling the storm that nearly claimed the von Valencius flagship. We will honor his memory, along with that of all who died this day.
Seneschal, will you tell us now? Who is that? Where's the Lord Captain?
As First Officer, it is my duty to inform you with the greatest regret and indelible sorrow that Lord Captain Theodora von Valencius is dead. May her memory never fade from the annals of the dynasty. By right of blood succession, and with the absence of other kin who could challenge this decision,
Say nothing.
it is hereby declared that the successor to Theodora von Valencius is her heir, the rightful inheritor of the Warrant of Trade, and the title of Rogue Trader. The official ascension ceremony will be held at a later time. In the interim, have you lost your tongues? Hail your lord. It is because of his toils that we all still live. The deed is done, Master. My apologies. I meant to say Lord Captain.
The treachery of the Master of Whispers was fruitless, but victory came at a great cost. Lord Captain Theodora von Valencius perished along with her heir, Edelthrad, and thousands of crew members. Yet hope remained, for the second in line to the Rogue Trader dynasty survived, and through the strength of his resolve, saved those who were counting on him for protection.
Deep shadows of weariness can be seen on Belard's face, though the old officer's eyes are keen. They rake over you from head to toe, He frowns, mutters something, then nods to himself. Well, then, your lordship, let's do this, okay? You cannot help but notice the seneschal does not know how to talk to you or where to begin. His hesitation brings on an involuntary smirk to your face, as though someone else entirely is gloating at the old officer's confusion. Seeing your smile, Abelard pulls himself together. You must now hold the first officer's briefing in your new role as Lord Captain. For many of those who are about to join us on the bridge, this will also be their first briefing. We sustained massive losses among the senior and middle-ranking officers. Some posts have had to be filled by the deputy, while others go unfilled entirely. And now the clans are deciding who will take over the leaderless crews. How did we come to lose so many officers? It appears the heretics were deliberately targeting the vessel's command. They knew exactly whom they were looking for and where they could be found, which is unsurprising given that their informant on board was our own master of whispers. Have you succeeded in tracking down Voivir? No, Lord Captain. In all the commotion, his trails went cold. Our people are still on the hunt for him and any mutineers who may still be skulking in the ship's many corridors. But frankly, I would not be surprised to hear that we are now one shuttle short. I am afraid that it will be some time before he answers for all that he has wrought. I am ready to start the briefing, summon the officers. With a gesture, Abelard relays the order to the adjutants at the far end of the magnificent chamber. A dozen pair of eyes bore into you, the expression revealing restraint, joy, curiosity and wariness. Attention officers, you have been granted an honor. Lord Captain Pilgrim from Valencius will personally conduct today's briefing. Our most gracious Lord Captain is ready to hear your reports. Perhaps you would introduce those present, Abelard. As you wish, your lordship. Abelard points at a tall, slender woman whose body seems to contain as many implants as it does flesh. Vigdis Suri Ota of the Toliman line, our new Voxmaster. It is an honor to serve your lordship. The Voxmaster offers a deep bow. Aboard this vessel you have at your command thousands of crew members and hundreds of officers and section chiefs. I am responsible for receiving, processing and sending all communications between you and them, as well as external sources. I am your eyes and mouth, Lord Captain. Besides her is Ravor, the master helmsman. He steers our ship along the course set by Lord Captain and monitors the void around us to ensure that we do not stray into an asteroid field or a pirate trap. The bearded man with with pale, almost transparent skin, large dark circles under his eyes, and a dour expression that seems hardwired into his face, give a sullen nod. "Hail, Lord Captain. This here ship's as good as home to me, so rest assured she's in safe hands. I'll die before I let her come to any grief." And lastly, our High Factorum, Jerry's Dunrock, who oversees supplies, procurements, and general material well-being of the ship. Dressed in an embroidered jacket and the heavy-set man with oiled hair offers on an obscure smile and bows. "It is an honor, your lordship. You may trust me with all matters concerning your comfort. Everything will be done to the highest standard." In the second row, we have the 3 officers charged with overseeing the ship's vital functions. The Master of Ordnance is responsible for the artillery aboard. The Infernus Master, whose crew work to prevent and extinguish fires on the ship. And lastly, the Drives Master, servant of the Omnissiah. The three officers salute you. The Infernus Master does so with confidence, while the Master of Ordnance betrays nervousness. The Drives Master offers a salute resembling a dance involving the complicated manipulation of all tech priests' mechadendrites. Thank you, Abelard. Greetings to you all. I serve at your pleasure, Lord Captain. Okay, let's see who we talk to. Master Hellmans deliver the status report. Right you are, Lord Captain. To cut a long story short, the outlook is bleak. The ships sound more or less, but without the engineer prime and navigator who fell in battle, we have no way out of the system. If we try to set so much as a toe inside the warp, I don't know what will happen first, our warp drives being torn to pieces or all of us melting into the bulkheads. Your Lordship, if you will allow me to interject, when we arrived in the system, my crew followed standard protocols and conducted a count of all the available communications channel. One of them was a Navy's nobility station. The station maintains complete vox silence, but even its presence here inspires hope. To have located a navigator in the very same system is an incredible stroke of luck, a true blessing of the God Emperor. A sharp bolt of pain lances through your skull, as if in response to what you just heard. You understand that it is not the God Emperor you should thank for such a good fortune. The words of the daemon that appear before you during the translation to real space echo in your mind. I am the wheel of the weaver of destinies, and today I will weave a new thread of elusive possibilities and fickle chances. The thread that will lead you out of the maw of irreversibility. The thread that will help you find the keys to salvation. If I were you, I'd grab this chance with both hands, or else you'll soon be eyeing up as asteroids to use as your new residence. In slightly less shitty news, we can go round and round this system till our heads are swimming, as long as the Prometheum and supplies last. And if thick as Grok's shit, no lives, come sniffing around, we'll be able to take them out. So don't you worry on that score. Drives, Master, I will hear it from you now. A voice distorted from Vox translator emerges from under the tech priest's scarlet hood. Lord Captain, the foes that set upon this noble void ship destroyed the repositories of hundreds of machine spirits. The great warp engines entrusted into my charge is unharmed, thanks to Omnissiah, but its spirit mourns its dead brethren. We have not yet identified a prayer protocol capable of I don't know how to read that word. Its sorrow and anger. With great sorrow, I must also report that the engineer, prime overseer, and spiritual authority of the tech priests on board fell in battle. The Magos was betrayed by the little flesh that remained part of him, and a most terrible loss. There is no one among my comrades aboard whose experience and comprehension of the sacred protocols equals to that of the fallen Magos. We require a replacement, and as soon as possible. I see, thank you. The tech priest bows her head. Let's hear from the Infernus Master. Yes, Lord Captain. The tall man bows his head in deference. I can report that all fires across all decks has now been extinguished. The preliminary damage assessment in terms of material losses and crew casualties has been completed. The results have been submitted to the Seneschal and the High Factorum. The post passed to him after the previous Infernus Master and his next 3 deputies expired in the line of duty. Abelard remarks in a low voice pitched for your ears only. The lad is managing well so far. He can take the hit, so to speak. Okay, High Factorum, what are your reports? We are toiling day and night to compile a full account of losses. The task will require next to no involvement from your lordship. I will personally ensure that all damaged components are given into the tech priest's hands for attention, and that all lost supplies are replaced. There is only one resource that I cannot replenish single-handedly, and that is people. We have lost more than 2,000 crew members, and unfortunately this number is not confined to the scum from the lower decks, which are easily replaced, but also includes trained professionals. We will be able to make up our losses on the nearest planet, Ricad Minoris. However, the whole system in fact belongs to Winterscale Rock Trader dynasty. We cannot simply begin recruiting on the planet without first coming to an understanding with the governor. In that respect, I am powerless. Negotiations at this level are a matter for the rogue trader, especially true given Caligos Winterscale's penchant for attacking first and asking questions later, and the kind of thick-skulled thugs he usually installs as governors of his planet, rumbles Abelard, frowning. Master of Ordnance, do you have anything to report? The Master of Ordnance gives you a gloomy look. No, my job's simple, maintain the arsenal and fire where I'm told, but just ask anyone. We've got no able crew. No, Lord Captain. Master of Ordnance, you forget yourself. So what? comes the officer's hostile and bitter reply. It is as if a dam has burst inside and all his pent-up emotions are rushing out of him. The ship's in ruins, every second officer's dead, and now we've got a green Lord Captain who's supposed to lead us to void knows where. Silence. The bridge, magnificent glass panel seemed to tremble under the force of Abelard's roar. Enforcers, seize this mutineer. Abelard grunts. If only one officer out of the whole lot has fallen to pieces, then that's not bad at all. Your Lordship, I do humbly apologize on behalf of the entire crew. What would you have us do with the Master of Ordnance? The former Master of Ordnance, I should say. Besides, find a replacement that is, for we already have one lined up. Let's go with stand down, release him. I have no intention of punishing a man for a moment of weakness, not after the terrible attack we have endured. Abelard stares unblinkingly at the Master of Ordnance. Cease your sniveling. You disgraced yourself and your entire clan. Enough. The hysterics are over. Let us resume. The Master of Ordnance stands up, wiping the blood from his broken nose. His face is a picture of shock. What just happened seems to be dawning on him only now, and the knowledge of the fate he so narrowly escaped. To summarize, we have sustained serious losses in crew members and we require a new engine seer and navigator. Is this all that is preventing us from continuing our journey? Precisely, Lord Captain, but bear in mind that this will not be the end of our trials. The ship's systems must be properly inspected for major damage, which can only be carried at the Footfall Station, home to the only dockyard in the sector. But we will never reach Footfall without first solving these three immediate problems. The High Factorum bows, forcing his way into the conversation. I am compelled to draw your attention to another problem. It is on a lesser scale than anything previously mentioned, but it is nonetheless significant. Our most ancient archaeotech, the sacred implantation throne damaged during the riot, is at risk of destruction. I dare not take up any more of your valuable time, so please, if possible, attend the sector Bionica, where the drives master will tell you of the tragedy. What can you tell me about the system in which we currently find ourselves? I cede to the Vox Master on this point, Mistress Toliman. We are in Raikad star system, and our voyage here was undertaken on the orders of your lordship's predecessor. There are 3 inhabited bodies in this system, and our attempts to send Vox messages have produced confounding results. The novice nobility station has not simply failed to answer. It seems to be maintaining a total Vox silence. However, we did receive a distress signal from the present planetoid in the system. The Ricard Menoris itself is also not responding to our hairs. But what is most alarming is that our augurs have intercepted signals from the surface that seem to indicate ongoing hostilities on the planet. The situation is not very encouraging, but without a navigator and tech priest, new crew members, we won't be able to travel anywhere. Therefore, we must go to the planet and the novice nobility station to find out what the void is going on. Thank you all for your reports. Dismissed. The assembled officers salute you as one. Your lordship, there is one other thing. Confidential matter of the utmost importance. Lady Theodora Albert hesitates. Your eternally esteemed predecessor brought the ship here to this system for a reason. She was given a secret commission. You perhaps are wondering who was the authority to commission, who has the authority to commission a rogue trader to do anything, and I shall tell you. The Lord Inquisitor, the hand of the Emperor, the chief architect of his will in the Coronus Expanse. I came across a strange handwritten letter on Theodora's desk. It was signed XC. You are referring to the content of that note, I presume? Yes, quite right. XC, Xavier Calcazar. Lady Theodora was to seek out the Lord Inquisitor's right-hand man, one Henrix von Kalox, an interrogator, you understand. All I know is that he is somewhere in this system, that we must find him and offer him whatever assistance he requires, and then deliver him to footfall in the Furibundus system. Finding him without any more information to go on will be difficult indeed, but an Inquisitor is an important individual. The authorities in the system, either the novice nobilities or governor of Raikad Minoris, may know something. That is all of it, your lordship. You have a great deal of work ahead of you, but it is a mere test of the daily burdens of a rogue trader. Soon you must take up the reins of the von Valencius protectorate. Abelard gives you another scrutinizing look, as if trying to gauge how long you will hold out under this mountain of problems. His face softens slightly, and it seems he is about to offer some words of encouragement. Idira, Sister Argenta, explain yourselves. The Sister of Battle grimly nods towards Idira. The Psyker is suffering some ailment or dark madness. She insisted on seeing the rogue trader. I judged that it would be unwise to leave her unsupervised. For a brief moment, Sister Argenta's voice sounds hesitant. I was also hoping to approach you with a personal request, but it can wait. Speak with me when you have the time, rogue trader. Idira glazed eyes rave over those assembled. One word bursts from her lips: daybreak. Idira, come to your senses. Damn it, Idira presses her fingers to her temples in desperation. Your lordship, here's the thing. I was trying to see the immediate future and it hit me so hard. My head is still spinning. Something very strange is heading our way and I can't make out what it is. No matter how hard I try, a single word in all I can make out: daybreak, or maybe it's dawn, and it's ringing and ringing like an echo, like a bell. But if it's daybreak, then why is it so dark? We cannot extract any information of value from a single word. Can you tell us anything else, Mr. Glass? No, not yet anyway. The voices are going berserk, all shouting at once. I can't make sense of any of it. As soon as I know or sense anything, I'll report it, alright? Lord Captain, if you want me to take a closer look into your future, find me on the bridge and we can talk. Lady Theodora was well served by my whispers on many occasions, and I'm sure you would benefit from them as well. The psyker beaten lips stretch in a worried smile. If there is nothing else of value to report, I declare this briefing concluded. It is time to get to work.